Namaskar and welcome back to Aviation Avi. Go where you feel the most alive. In today's video, we'll be learning about preparedness and action required during adverse weather conditions and low visibility procedures at an airport. We will start at understanding what is adverse weather and why do we need to be prepared to deal with adverse weather, and we'll also learn about low visibility procedures in brief. So without any delay, let's get started. Adverse weather or poor weather conditions may have negative impact on the aircraft handling activities and on ground safety. So what are these adverse weather or poor weather? Adverse weather or poor weather conditions include thunderstorm, rain, poor visibility, strong wind conditions and much more. So let us understand one by one what kind of preparedness as an airport operator is to be initiated to deal with such weather conditions. Some airports face high monsoon, so these airports are advised by civil authorities to develop monsoon contingency plans. Whereas some airports are destined to receive heavy rainfalls during monsoon season, so they are advised to develop monsoon preparedness plan. Low visibility operations are also present, which refers to situations when visibility conditions are reduced due to factors such as fog or poor weather. Due to low visibility, airports and aircraft follow specific procedures to ensure safe operations. Now, in order to prepare for adverse weather, the airport operator needs to know that there is an adverse weather coming up. This is received through the Aerodrome warning, which is prepared by the meteorological department and it is received by the ATC. And a typical weather warning looks somewhat like this. We will try to understand how to read this weather warning. The first four letter of this weather warning, Victor India Lima Kilo, represents the four-letter ICAO designator of the airport for which this aerodrome warning is issued. In this case, it is the Lucknow Airport in India. This aerodrome warning observation was made on the first of the particular ongoing month at 1100 Zulu. This aerodrome warning is valid from 1st of the month 1130 Zulu to 1st of the same month 1530 Zulu. So this aerodrome warning is valid for 4 hours from 1130 to 1530 Zulu. Zulu means UTC time here. So this aerodrome warning warns the airport of thunderstorm with rain. There will be surface wind, and the surface wind speed will range from 10 knots to maximum of 20 knots from 290 degrees. And this observation was made on 1st of the month at 1100 Zulu. Similarly, you can attempt reading this aerodrome warning on your own. Firstly, with this video, let us understand how will we deal with situations of thunderstorm. So, thunderstorm communication may be implemented in alert phases and following are the minimum standards that are to be complied. These are in phases because depending on the distance of the thunder or lightning taking place, there are certain actions that are initiated. And if there is a storm based on the wind speed, there are certain actions to be initiated. So this thunderstorm preparedness is initiated in phases. In situations where there is lightning, no communication should be established with the flight deck using connected communication headset. If necessary, communication can be established using standard hand signals. So, no communication with the flight deck should be established with connected set to the flight deck. If necessary, the personnel can stand at a defined position to communicate with the flight deck using hand signals. No one should stand in the open area under the aircraft, loading bridge or any pole nearby. And all ground operations shall be stopped depending on the intensity of the thunderstorm. Further, during thunderstorm, there should be no refueling operation, and this refueling activity can be stopped depending on the proximity of the lightning activity that is taking place. Now, how do we understand how close the lightning activity is? There are sophisticated systems with the airport operator which can let us know how far the lightning activity is taking place. But for you and me, we can understand this using the counting method, where counted time is the time between observing the lightning and hearing the thunder. So, if the counting time is less than 15 seconds, then the lightning activity is less than 5 kilometers from the airport. That means it is very close to the airport. If the time between the lightning and the sound of the lightning is between 15 to 25 seconds, in that case the lightning activity is between 5 to 8 kilometers from the airport. And depending on the distance of lightning, several preparedness initiatives are started. Now let us look at the safety precautions to be initiated during high wind conditions. As you can understand, when there is high wind, there is high risk of light objects flying and becoming FOD and hitting the aircraft and causing major damage. So based on the velocity of the wind, that is wind speed, certain actions are to be initiated, and you will find those actions in this table. For example, secure all bags, freight carts, trolleys, ladders, maintenance stands and tow bars and place near or against the building. This is to be initiated when the wind speed goes from 48 to 72 kilometers per hour or 30 to 45 miles per hour. Similarly, you can go through these precautions from this table. Overall, let us look at the main precautions that are to be initiated. When there are high winds, the FOD box must be secured. There should be chocks placed on both sides of the aircraft wheels. All cones should be removed and GACs should be stored at a designated area. No equipment shall be left unattended near the aircraft in situations of heavy winds. All the vehicles or equipments on airside should be parked with their brakes on. While opening and closing the aircraft door, extreme caution should be taken in case of heavy winds. Also, in case of heavy winds, based on the velocity of the wind, high lift devices should be raised, taking precautions that the stabilizers are engaged. At higher speeds, even with stabilizers, we are not supposed to raise high-rise equipments because the wind speed can impact the safe operations of the equipment. To sum up, let us look at the safety precautions to be taken during adverse weather. All the aircraft should be secured properly. Lighter aircraft should be moved and the aircraft rotor blade should be secured in order to ensure that there is no impact of heavy winds on lighter aircrafts or helicopters and they do not move due to the heavy winds. Aircraft should be choked properly with chokes on both sides of the wheel. All ground support equipment on the apron should be retrieved and they should be stored to designated areas only. And care should be taken that handbrakes are engaged. One should be vigilant of the unattended or unsecured equipment on the apron. All the vehicles should be parked with handbrakes engaged. The wheel chokes or jack plates of the equipment should be engaged and the equipment should be stabilized in case of heavy winds to reduce the impact or mitigate the impact of high winds. The ground staff must ensure to roll back and secure hose or pipes immediately after disconnecting from the aircraft. Cargo pallets and dollies must be fastened and stacked using lacing. All ULDs must be secured. The foreign object debris bins should be secured with chain, and all loose material from the worksite should be covered or removed effectively in order to ensure FOD do not fly to different areas on the air side and adversely impact any operation. One must avoid driving or walking on the apron during strong winds, lightning or thunderstorms. Now let us look at low visibility procedures. As you can see in the image here, in situations of low visibility, you can hardly see the runway you are landing in. You can hardly see the aircraft that is present on this area. So in these situations, you can imagine how dangerous it can be to operate on airside. So there are certain mitigations put in place in order to ensure operations even in these conditions with safety. So low visibility procedure implies to the procedures applied at an aerodrome for the purpose of ensuring safe operations during low visibility. The objective is to conduct safe, expeditious aircraft operations during low visibility criteria by implementing safeguarding procedures. Safeguarding procedures are the necessary procedures that are implemented by the airside, the rescue and firefighting team, the AGL team, in order to ensure that low visibility procedures at an airport are implemented effectively. It is low visibility procedure ensures that the runway is protected against incursion and there is effective apron safety management. Now let us look at the implementation of low visibility procedure. When the touchdown zone or mid RVR falls to 800 meters or less and the height of cloud ceiling is below 200 feet, low visibility operation must commence. This only commences after safeguarding procedures are complete. Now, safeguarding procedure is initiated when the visibility is 1200 meters with a falling trend and cloud base is 400 feet with a falling trend. When this situation comes, the ATC advises all local stations to initiate necessary action to complete implementation of safeguarding procedure and further initiate low visibility procedure. Now, after some time, when the visibility starts improving and the visibility improves to 800 meter, RVR 550 meter and cloud ceiling is above 200 feet with higher trend, the tower duty officer advises to terminate low visibility procedures. But in this case, the safeguarding procedure is still in place until the visibility improves beyond 1200 meters. So this is the procedure or how and when low visibility procedure is implemented. Low visibility procedure, the rescue and firefighting team deploy fire tenders at predetermined position in accordance to the runway in use in order to ensure that they are able to respond to emergencies effectively within stipulated time and not be impacted due to the reduced visibility. The apron control or the airside operations team carry out runway, taxiway, apron, perimeter inspection and hotspot in area inspection along with electrical team to ensure the serviceability of the visual aids that will guide the aircraft or the vehicles operating on ground to navigate during situations of low visibility, and this inspection is carried out every 2 hours. After initiation of safeguarding procedure, the apron control or the airside operations team ensures that no unauthorized vehicle enters into the airside, particularly the maneuvering area. Any ongoing works is also stopped and the workers are immediately asked to vacate, and equipments are also removed and staged at designated position because it can be very hazardous to work during low visibility. With this video, I hope we are clear with the procedures to be initiated during adverse weather conditions. And also we could understand the low visibility procedures in brief. If you like our work, do not forget to like, share and subscribe because your support is our motivation. The link of our LinkedIn profiles will be given in the description. You can follow us and let us know what more videos you'd like to watch on Aviation Avi. This video was prepared by Mr. Shantanu and I am Anvesha Pal signing off. Thank you.